All right, Max, back to the NBA now. Game 3 in San Francisco. Grizz and Warriors. Series even at 1 game apiece after Memphis took game 2 at home. Ja and the Grizz got off to a great start. First quarter, Jaren Jackson Jr. true on that. Grizz led by 9. 7-point game. Morant from way behind the arc. Still thinking Jonathan Kuminga can't guard him. Grizzlies, first 6 field goals from the game were all threes. They led by 2, though, after 1. Early second quarter, Jordan Poole drops it off Kevon Looney. Back to what a player Poole has become. Young player in that great free-flowing offense. Dubs led by 4. Late first half, Steph attacking and 1. Golden State shot 70% from the field in the first half. Ja to beat the buzzer. What else do you need him to do? He had 17 in the first half. Grizz, though, down 7 at the break. Third quarter is where Golden State blew this one open. Clay, 3. Lead was 15. Steph to the cup. It's 17. 18-point game. Clay behind a Draymond screen off 1 foot. Get out of town. 21-point lead after that goes down. Late third, it's a 20-point game. Steph stops on a dime. Fundamentals at the rim for the creative, clever Steph Curry. Golden State led by 21 headed to the fourth quarter. In the fourth, Morant draws the double as if it matters. He's fouled, holding his knee after the play. He kind of like lost his footing there a little bit, had to leave the game, which obviously that is everything. And of course, Draymond Green checking on one of the great stars in the league who went for 34 in this game. Middle of the fourth, Poole. I mean, when you got to deal with Steph and Clay and Dre, and then Poole goes for 27. Steph goes for 30 in the game. Golden State shoots 63% from the field in a 142-112 Game 3 win. They take a 2-1 series lead. Third time this postseason, Steph, Jordan Poole, and Clay all go for at least 20 points. The most such instances by any trio this postseason. Unsurprisingly, the Warriors are 3-0 in those games. Steph on a Game 3 win.
Everything, we were a little bit more composed. Obviously, they got off to a hot start, making those like 6 threes in the first quarter to start the game. So we had to just kind of settle in. We still had too many turnovers, but our shot selection, moving the ball, let us settle in the game a little bit, helped our defense, and helped us run away with the game.
Hey, it's like NBA Tonight circa 2011 all over again. My guy Jalen Rose joins us now. All right, so Jay, the Dubs shoot 70% from the field in the first half, 63 for the game. They put up 142, 6 guys in double figures. Steph goes for 30. What stood out most to you?
The way they took advantage of their home floor, the home crowd, and they withstood Memphis getting off to a great start. The Grizzlies made their first 6 field goals all from three-point range. And Ja Morant was terrific the entire game, including a shot at half court to end the first half. But then when I realized that the Warriors were still up 7, and I also realized that the Warriors had so many turnovers in the second half, once they stopped turning the basketball over, they steamrolled Memphis. And I don't have to tell you, KC, because we've talked about this for years. The Golden State Warriors in the third quarter might as well be the 31st NBA team. They come out with a vengeance, whatever Steve Kerr and his team are doing as it relates to adjustments. And seeing Jordan Poole play the way he's playing with the Splash Brothers is like a reincarnated version of Run TMC, and it's a joy to watch.
And Poole has been unbelievable, really come on as a star in the league. Jay, you talked about it. The flip side, Ja goes for 34, and he shot it well, too. I mean, where else or who else can Memphis get offense from?
The struggle is real, and first and foremost, I hope Ja Morant isn't injured. Hopefully he can continue to play in this series. But if you even look at today's productivity, I mean, he's outscoring. He's basically matching the productivity of the other starters as you see the field goals, 20% more field goal percentage. So they're going to need more from Desmond Bane. You get Dylan Brooks back in the lineup. You hope Jaren Jackson Jr. plays a lot better offensively, but it's going to take a collective team effort.
On a night Golden State assists on 34 of 53 made field goals and shoots 63%. You're not going to beat them too many times, and they're building. Jalen Rose, great to chat with you, my man.
Thanks a lot. Appreciate the love.
What you reckon? Where you at or where you from?
Giannis just pulling with everybody.
As badly as you play, this game is winnable. Milwaukee better start paying attention now.
Ain't nobody that could hold me down. This right here.
The Celtics lead. They were down 14 early in this quarter. Giannis gets the layup, giving Milwaukee a 1-point lead. Smart puts it up. No! Tip won't go. Another try. Horford, no! He tips it in, but it's afterwards. The game is over.
Game 3 was Giannis's 5th career playoff game with at least 40 and 10, the most in Bucks history. The only players league-wide with such games over the last 25 years, some guys named LeBron and Shaq. Giannis wasn't sure if he should say more about Game 3.
Mr. Dan, is Mr. Dan here? No? Barry, how much does it cost if I say something, a comment about the ref? Is it 20,000? It's a lot of money, eh? So I should not do it. I save my money, I gotta pay for diapers.
There is never an issue when it comes to saving money, especially when it comes to 20,000. Am I right, Jalen?
Giannis like, get your hands out my pocket. I ain't mad at him. Plus, he played with his older brother, so it totally makes sense.
Exactly. So, Jalen, after struggling from the field in the first 2 games of the series, how did Giannis bounce back this afternoon?
He continued to attack and didn't settle. Early in the game, he shot a couple of threes. He missed a couple of free throws, but he didn't stop being aggressive. He played like a guy that's a defending champion, somebody that's been MVP of this league, and somebody that's very much the unstoppable force that we have in the game, the best player in the NBA. As he strides through the entire Boston Celtics defense, it doesn't matter who's guarding him, an equal opportunity employer. And now all of a sudden he wants to make his teammates better. Drive, kick, and that's Wesley Matthews, the guy that's making threes, who was also in the jersey the entire game of Jason Tatum.
All right, speaking of Tatum, he shot 4 of 19 from the field this afternoon. What did you see the Bucks do differently to slow him down today?
Wesley Matthews, he was 0 for 10 when being guarded by him. Took away his airspace, took away his legs, did a great job of contesting everything, and he stayed poised. He didn't do a lot of gambling. He didn't do a lot of fouling. They stayed in front of him. Drew Holiday fighting over and under screens, doing the dryer, getting over and under the screen with the contest. And Giannis with the rebound, getting the team on transition. Here playing without fouling, making a play in the crowd, getting the defensive board, getting out in transition. Frustrating Jason Tatum the entire game, along with Marcus Smart. The Milwaukee Bucks took this game on their home floor.
My man knows his basketball, and he's also got the crispiest hairline in the game. Jalen Rose, thank you, brother.
Appreciate you, family.
A comment about the ref. Is it 20,000? I save my money, I gotta pay for diapers.
He's a big kid now. Max and Kevin with you on SportsCenter. For those of you who just watched grown men and women punch each other in the face on UFC 274, there were gut punches in the NBA, metaphorical ones.
Yep.
But the point is, Ja and the Grizz, they're warriors.
Left a shiner on the Dubs there in Game 2 in Memphis, much the way the Celtics did to Milwaukee, Game 2 in Boston today. Chance to flex their muscles again against Giannis and the boys. Game 3, both teams were nothing if not rested, right? 4-day layoff with the Eastern Conference semis even at 1 apiece. Giannis got off to a good start early in the paint. He dominated 6'11", 242 pounds of Greek god, people. Like wrestling a tank trying to stop him. 20 points in all in the first half. Second quarter, Drew Holiday turns it over. Jason Tatum the other way. Giannis bangs into him. Tatum's down. He's grabbing that left wrist. He would stay in the game, but he was not himself, and that was a huge, huge story in Game 3. Third quarter, Bucks down 1. Giannis let a Palea off the window and 1. Bucks in front by 2. Just over a minute later, too fresh to be stale. Made it a 4-point Bucks lead midway through the third. Now an 8-point game in transition. Giving it up, Holiday from Giannis, and shimmy, shimmy, ya. Look at the gorgeous feed and the celebration of himself. Bucks led by 13 heading into the fourth, but hang on, here come the Celtics behind. Al Horford. Yes, Al Horford. 4 of 7 from behind the arc in this one. Made it a 4-point game. Really turned back the clock in this one. Horford went for 22 points, 16 rebounds. Boston is within 2. Under 3 to go. It's a 1-point Buck lead. Antetokounmpo, 16 of 30 from the field, 42 points in all. 6th career 40-point playoff game. 20 seconds to go. Holiday really looked for his in this one. Gets the home roll. He had 25. Bucks by 3. Trying to hold off Boston. 11 seconds to go. Jalen Brown looking for space. Eventually gives it up to Marcus Smart.